NDC MP honorable you we can did you question in a community to be a money the Kenya say about the idea and to reach the graduate I know the idea question to join us at your money and your money you never had to say Jay, and so try until you will be beer or Jamie. Let them have a sigh and classes on one back from Roman. One with him in tongue, and almost have a child, and yes, Sheba necessary. See a sample in Swell Macabi almost there. Only you go testing and to turn Chanchay. Now, and surely to be fat, but tell him. Yes, you had to be a fan with you and almost on the idea. Omitting my town woman to Mr. Toby. Yes, you had to be a different him. And then how can you pass? Yes, I abandoned and pay you for one woman can be a woman said. One will have a one go test, one with him. Then so to be five go test. Yes, so she had to I'm sorry about what you have told you. I'm here to then
Well, for way the sad state of Ghana, ye flood. Na memo akwaba na more good evening. Just media live on your partner radio stations. Ewo afanenyi na yo ship house. Ewo Abeka Junction. Memo good evening. Ni akwaba bi friend me vim lady afia pokua nene. Ye baba hwe niema Ghana for ye funny serious, but ye niema ehun here was ye funny serious. Bi ni flooding yi. Ye nyina nim se ye won sutebre ye wo raining season. Ye betena hono mo until another June 3rd disaster see. Ansa na Ghana for ni abe ho so. Ye betena hwa ansa na another June 3rd see. Me June 3rd, I was in the middle of it. Enti me kai niema eto Ghana June 3rd. Ye paki nipa gu kia ka mu. Ete say ye de omo emponchi a ye kum omo a ye de omo fi jamatula aku. Ebese akwa akra akwa akoton. Ye nyina ye ka che ye ho say never again. Metro IMF no World Bank report. Because when you say Ghana, your government institutions are don't know they report ni figures background you knew money. Because akwa dane politically motivated figures any reports. And just a Jabra statistical service. Enti World Bank ni IMF wo nyina kire e ka ye bo sika ye di niema ye say no because of flood. Sika ye di we are just wasting it. Ya womranti ene maba wa Ghana krom ha. Omayi mu ayenye aduane chese adwuma krom nya bi nye. Enne Ghana boys nyina num wi. Omo num wi. Adwuma ni ho and the devil finds work for the idle hands. Si adwuma ni ho no de na ye pese boys nkoye. Adwuma ni ho nti de na omkoye. Enti sika ye say no. Unfortunately unim. Abrante bi send message on Facebook and it's so true self ya. Programs say kra was a Ghana for ye de adwene koso no kra be hwe ne yenti o. Ye NDC ni NPP the any unnecessary things ebema ya say why party na win argument no enti de bia NDC ni NPP ye argument and a debate o na same jemfie tumi aka bia che na bi we so tumi aka bia kire we ye ni di nkofo atemanu mom na Ghana for ye de enu na hia yen name of the ebe boa yen ne pa de Ghana for nche de hia yen serious yet to come from Accra Accra kuta population of 5.7 million. Insuo to bia petike to bia nkrofo da abonten. We have major issues. But young Ghana for the unhia we are not even forcing our political parties, especially akasie mienu na ewomunu to even make it a national issue. We are not forcing them. So after IMF no World Bank report now, you lose $780 million. $80 million. And you say it's kawe de contract got any attempt by NDC ni NPP say solve flooding problem ni nyina da ni sikedie. Because even after June 3rd disaster no World Bank 4 years boa Ghana ye me sika. In fact uko we chikra from President Rawlings the time project bi we friend Conti project one sa agbogbuloshi honom no fadama honom akokosi Lavender Hill sa project na IMF ne World Bank for me sika nya sika ketwa over 70 million. No, I think it's even a billion. Not a billion, 70 million, 74 million at the time. Say sika nyina from President Rawlings the time we di. Anke betimi de bia kra ye dwedweboa factory bi. Na ene hia me kra na me ka se Ghana for even as youth no. ya bet ya pese ya chairman kofo wu to say June 3rd even before yen kransuo to abe hia yen as voters no the hia yen no po hia yen. We don't even want to make flooding no a political issue for your politician no to solve it for us. Ya pese ya China June 3rd for fronsi. Na ye nkofo bi wu. Na ye nkofo circle, circle issue e si was circle. Drainage system ye mu dodo se na ye gutters. In fact, tema kra nkroma ye tema nkroma. Tema ye gutters and gutters e mu asi. Aban upon aban ni nyina chese ye mfa qualified engineers ya be mo project papa. Ye wi akogina Dubai me akwa pictures. Me wa Dubai sebi bru. Sankwasa se mo nkoso Dubai. We are losing $780 million yo. Seska wenki e chairman Ghana mrantia. Na de emi yama Ghana youth nseti o Ghana youth no. Ghana se say a public debt e kai da Ghana so no. Wouldn't say is about 500 million Ghana cedis. Ye cha ye mu nyina ye betu 100 Ghana cedis. Enti na no asen enough election CC ye. Na nkofo na ya jisika. O NDC ni NPP for be ya mun jisika na mun di na ye sika. Uji awana ubetia. Ujio diye wana betia. And I saw people who omuye nipam penifua kesefo. Ebi a politicians omunim de encouraging voters wa sin wa say omunji sikano. NDC di ba amonye NPP di ba. Ahu na mu wi amakwa akokasa ade na mo jisika. Ade na nkofo ntua vote according to their conscience. Omu vote according to vote. Wa encouraging the person onye no you are creating a culture ne. Ochina party wo opposition no wa be mo refises ade na wo create na wo encourage na ba bebu abo. Vote buying na wo encourage na bebu abo. And this is your country. It's so sad as politicians are kesem penifo no mo budget boys so amunjisika nini. Instead of telling them say baby amukwa abroche mu ko school wo ho no ye njijisika nto aba. Inti munye the same thing cause when amuko sua democracy no inti democracy in a tenet ne say what do what dream e beto abanye sika inti NDC NPP obi ade ba reject nemom you had senior politicians encouraging sa dream money way inti ukase politician na yase moje obi wia billions abana maje na the moment a one politician who say you are willing to collect they will continue to steal and give. Na ye cannot so ye cha ya na ebetu and that's what the young people Ghana for the who know. Ghana for about 32 million Ghanaians no. Ghana can a public debt net that was a no 500 million no. 500 million Ghanaians ye cha ye nyina ye betu mu at least an average of 100 Ghana ye ka ye de no no. Enye mahama na ebetu ya. Enye nanado free power no co-position pe esgasha no kwa ye sika na public debt no. Ye besa bobia kam ye de atua na esgasha aka ho. Ye betua sa aba o mi minister na oho nyomo esgasha e kana ye about 500 million na yesu no ye besa boka ni bia kan de akotua esgasha ama o mo mahama ba bie wa ye besa boka ni bia de atua esgasha ama in fact NDC for penny for your market time o mo ye campaign bebre o mpeso mbetu NPP o mo ba o mo nyina asan ba be de esgasha se de NPP for e kwa mbeje esgasha no mi wa ye fa ya dwen koso ye mfa ya dwen ko these critical issues so Niema hu here. I am in Yama Ghana for every day, and I consistently say this, and I'll continue to say it. Say, Yaman Yama be unya yo Ghana Kwani or Maya, she got a or Ghana because you had the got an farm engineer, the Baba party chairman, so on then you got party chairman also Nebusia for you or debt. See a dear party chairman because on Benya be at a free. Nire Fise got a fool I in Tinsoni Yiri about the fire nina. Circle June 3rd disaster neighbor who say for NDC for Nkwan. And if NPP for Nkwan say for Bia, Sana Befa Yina. The Ayakoi, another June 3rd is coming. The Ayakikakwe, another June 3rd is looming. At the Tequancha train. Nancy and sure to a who, what a mambo video ni bintro. Nancy out, Nancy away the wage Jaquina so. Well, aya, what the heck?
I was someone training calling, so was it a hand pressure? No,
but they got where it is out.
Who got an?
You know that I don't record sound.
Oh.
Iti I don't know say who we are brantie no wu ye yo. Nsuo no de ne koye kra. E mrantie no omko twen ne fi ho. E no omde ne bae. This is Accra. Accra o. Ye see down fe as you any proper drainage system. Sika ye de be drainage system ye be di. Ye be di. Na ye anso voters say encourage and call for se monkoji ni na ye Ghana sika. Without knowing say ye nyina ye sika no e ye car ye ba ye ma ye na ade na ukasa aban bia ba increase taxes no. Aban bia ba increase taxes no mo dey account debt recovery levy. Ukasa free. Debt recovery levy ukasa free. Ye yan ye san be tua kana ye agi adi no. Sika na ye gidi wa asen ye betu ye bedi. Ye yan ye be sen tua. So don't think you are fooling the politician. Oh, cause politician or no kwa. Most of them are co-positions can we because or the obedi. But we are hard work now koye no see asan beto tax. Into ye train another disaster NC na I remember another video so nchiro. Accra na na ye won na obehu se ne ma make na true. Another one. Cry. Yensua your lessons. Yensua lesson from the dangers of flooding in near man or flooding. No, the brain problem said the brain so yiri we have not learnt our lesson. She we so mame. Na said that na Ghana for nti ebesua.
This is actually first light. Just this small room, the whole place is flooded.
Enti Ghana problems so no. I ma good evening Bill me ma wakwa ba we jaso you may be live on okay 101.7 FM you were live or King Jersey Radio Highlight Radio or Maryland DC Virginia Baltimore honum King Jersey so Jersey US abroach me mu na fe Nasfa Radio wo UK you were live so Migachu FM kukrentu mi ena omo Adamfopa Media wo Paris wo UK abroach me bebia de ajabo so okay Facebook live and I wo baby mema good evening ni akwa babio ama asem bi hian hwan na bo nyum na I think Prof Sanketia na bo nyum ne sa nyum no se den o say mo man hu hian Ghana man ye dia mo man hian men ka se wo mfa ho men ka se Ghana flooding asem ba wo mfa ho ko agrada asem ne fa ho ana Yvonne Nelson asem ne fa ho ana sa akodia reply ne fa ho emfa ho ma de hian no hian and crofom pemu asem ene hiaw agrada enya broken heart ene hiaw as if say no betua o taxes as if say eno desire sika 780 million no ebe bre wa na to change anything more mine no hiaw na hiaw man no nananom. It's so sad if you watch to say me amaye adwuma we acha to watch that what this is a recurrent issue. Yet and you see, even ye media for no crowns to say sad on our part. Ye media for no. Because then someone here ye crown media for the shed here ye crown and can was say ye agenda setters. Say ye this social media nechi. See the social media never can ye media for no sefa. And you can't blame media no 100% because media be a mirror the society no mind on call for because media for this way who say ye can't answer someone among pedi say social media concern and amope. And no say media demand so I views. And adane ye first advert. Enti dia so de ye de benya views ni advert ni de be mamunti e o man no in the next 10 years on sebe bru be nkwasa asem kwa. Cause that is what the people want. Ye mpanya asasem. Nyansasem nton ho. And asa akode ye ne rap no kind negative news to turn ho. E sell it more than papa ye. Yanka so obi akoye break there be enko akire. Yanka so obi akum ne yire. Obi akofo baby obi aye bone eno na Ghana ya sumo he me say na se akofi adoma kofa Empress Lupita asemi ba bia Lupita ye gota June 3rd disaster ba manipa almost 200 people have died nipa wu say nke wo say afi bia ye di empedifo ye chi gota si wahi o bridge wahi o besi ne Ghana aban ben na wa ba wa be chere say this is a map of gutters e wo circle. This is a map of Ghana se woke detia. This is a me since so nya me hu se takrade market circle kra a yiri a flooded to say the nancy flooded and to takrade market circle a flooded. Why politician Ben DC Ben Wabo say I've given you a map of takrade market circle. This is how a got an etia, a hand emuesi, a hand emudaho, how we have to expand. A have population na ayeke sinti any say. Ko Dubai na kwahwe se bibi says you are and ko Singapore. Ye between another circle disaster see June 3rd and Sana Ghana for media for us started conversation like that. It even DC is highlighting their role, highlighting their problems. We don't highlight their problems. No. Ya can't DC for any ashe because anya grada and then you else and some they are Ghana for you interested. As on can you do ye role kese back up and district level no ye nanka was a highlighting problems when achia ahana beye ahana was a tene na ma aban central government ni refi DC for na dwene beba omoso na ya say planning purpose bi na ebeye me se me ye wo me watema ensuo nyiri wo hoda enetema yiri ashama eyiri because that says nim nyina sisi ye the contract by the Bema party chairman a onye eyi contractor onye engineer he doesn't even understand construction onim said he makes cement any anya any a year friend saying a moba area concrete no he has no clue on the Bema no na Ghana for so bebo no say agene so because onye bi dia no de bi bebo ne party for ni followers the baby a Ghana yedru no ye topic e hian krofo ma me nka me vim nka me betina ine nka me kan be honest asemi bi sa kwode asemi bi no na Ghana for pe agrada asemi bi unnecessary things mwa o man no. They have more attention. They get more attention from people. But why are we like that? They be amisi mebusa Ghana for sakwe. Why are we like that? The things that affect our taxes. Habo share they habo TSA. And we hear ebi na domahine kase. Ebe ya attorney general nya the prosecution of Yera Kwesi no. Me ne domahine ya adwene. Just that they me de beka wan kam na mpese kanana domahine ko onimi ko mimi nim dada from Tema court. Kona me ya adwuma on the court as a court reporter. They na ka me experts and kanana de beka ho ne say there's a law no atwam eyekolo yenyi law ni free ho. Obia ofia brochire bi oya Ghana ni de hia oso obebo Ghana na omra. Na president Kufuor time kra ohun nyansa yese yenye ropa. Yenye ayi friend say Europapo, yenye dual citizenship. It will be better the citizenship of Ghana and another country's citizenship. It took use citizenship as a requirement to say, Obi meshemra. Yes, shemra. This is not about sovereignty issue. When you're about to be president, MP asem. Nanka Ghana for engineers, call UK, mini papa be open here, Uso said then. One no building London for a drainage system. Papa to UK. A brony bay citizenship law, some law, I atmunti. This a man of requirements, said this a papano, a denouncing a citizenship and son of Bagana, a bebuane man for as MP. And yet these are the Ghanaians we need in parliament. These are the Ghanaians we need in parliament. Now, no, may compare way to Nkrumas and Krumafia broche boy beji independent. Obiso Nkrumah no any citizenship of another, only citizenship of another country. Understood? But in Krumafia broche no bebo Ghana. It is a question say of your broche, but nimdia when you are fans now the bebo Ghana and ebony anything. We should scrap that law. And then another person another my a boho manekoho. And you say a ginger prosecution or jai prosecution another person back. The moment as a law no that obey you. It is a bogus and unnecessary law. This is a law I'm what develop a year friends and flooding as me. And Ghana for engineers a papa guabroche. Ghana for muniano or Ghana mo papa engineer for na community or my boom. Almost say let us rebuild Ghana. Because Ghana you hear a whole just say realignment of Accra and the whole nation. Check us why no planning. No planning. No planning. It is a kaswa than den for cromfo. Because it say Jakra tongue crying, Ubedu or Crane Janakum Nipa Bekuno. No planning. Ye nip my brother one politicians the cotton hono. Omo fire hydrant, every corner fire hydrant. In fact, to do baby to say New York canal landing. Omo Kramuya no matundi motia, baby a fire hydrant to see. We are driver now nim now pack or on my honor and Cassacho jail straight. And you fine straight to them. We don't have any plan like that. Ni abro tema kra nkroma chechire tema na ye wo fire hydrant ye wo plan gutter nie me baby e wo me wo tema pavement nie enani nyina pavement ni na ne containers abro ni beye abro serious o tema pavement community bia me say bratama behwe from committee 9 committee 8 committee 7 committee 4 committee 1 committee 2 eko nyina pavement that even sakuma no nom ne ade ye na kire committee 13 14 pavement that community biam pavement abroni beye ya se no e champon kra oba ye so nko school onye engineer ben champon ne engineer se papa fa adwene e champon hwe de champon ye dansoma ko dansoma planet setema ko dansoma ko hwe no kra e champon di jae ho no ye kuma champon ba ya se dansoma and that dansoma so adana kiosk ne containers abro. These are the things a Ghana for me sremo mo hia yen. Nensuo no beyiri a wo sika wo East Legon se den e beyiri afa wo. Wo sika wo te Westland e beyiri afa wo e yiri fo obi e befa wo. Omo kosi omo dan wo West e first say maka ene Makati Hills eten. Wo ton dan o Makati Hill kra me nya sure so obenya 20,000 kra. Makati Hill egu because of lack of proper planning you could see down without any forward thinking say a whole cry earthquake prone area we don't even just say planning there yes sorry I perceive they want to Dubai any friends say Singapore omo planning yen citizens no yen di banku fufu ya da we don't even demand answers yeah there no politician be my 20 Ghana 50 Ghana yeah there say a job is di ya to one dia nenkwa ba wo nsuo no ebe fa ono politician or East Legon papa bi. You see that one say na fooling ya we are fooling ourselves. They hear ye no hear yen kwa broche ni baby omonya democracy o mako omanim no. People can write letters to their DCs demanding accountability for near be demanding a plan. This is what the crime, but we want you to explain to us why are the crime to us. EPA law say this is what the citizens are the champions of development. Ghana they are that. The deep bankuni fufu na yada gobe yada. They are no fans. Ye refi say ya yen kuko ne area no. Me say circle disaster June 3rd. Afi we ya hwe ye besi. Enye say besi keke besi akum nipa. We will lose 780 million na IMF no World Bank can. Ya baba ni report IMF report say Ghana will need about 118 million US dollars and suddenly to me fix it a flooding problem. Who is even raising the issue on the floor of parliament? Yeah ka said yanka MP sakot na yeah na Ghana for no so aya dwen so oh we ade na ye di omachi na ye di NDC na NPP achi na ya kontokwa unnecessary ntokwa enka gota enka how many Ghanaians are fighting over jobs? How many Ghanaians are fighting over job creation? You know, the NDC and NPP. Why they win a yasin? Now, cause I say no more winning ABB. Me try make I say no. If we winning, NDC for be winning. Honorable engineer Kobi Mehu. You be connected very soon. Engineers Papa Pani Honorable Anita Love. DC. Omu nyina beba no ma ba betire mu. Niam me here. I say yeah. Be no more yeah. Some of the DCs, at least, they are forcing, they are doing it. At least communal labor. Me ya kola ketu akra no. Atema no ma frɛ communal labor. No mo titi gates mu. Saturday no mo titi gates mu. Share record de kakra ba atiegu. Ghana for no kra will not support. Obi ehun say ye communal labor Saturday say mo na mu bu. Mo na mu enye nu na ehia enye de ehia nie. Mo ma zoom na o meye. Abro contribute to nation building, yeah. Oh, what worry and some okika. And yet, the nie Brabayan titi gate munosi nye de nie. Na bani bede na konanim. O mine bede na konanim. Ujina akase nye de hie nti o mine bede na konanim. Eti eneme won penifo akase a chese o mu nyina beboa yen. Na ye de discussion ni nyina bro. Honorable Anita Love, Obo Emisa, MC we Wutu Senya East. One of the heavily populated areas. They say areas grow pan e Wutu fika swani ade konya e grow papa we are kona nim na ho so na nipa bebre wa wo hwe na oni sika e ho na obi akotena because obi ani sika enti ba bia wo benya rent ane bo ofo obi na obi akotena ka swani ade e ho na bebre akotena Dr. Bernard Abeku Ataso wo ye consultant UN consultant papa ono so ba be join e ono de bia se de okabia ye nya renovation ye just Accra me cry de nka menya yanka those days ane e build kaswa no ka o see a movie Accra eko kaswa And before to say the Nigeria for the Abuja no. Before that, no, what we should have done, what we should have done was to clear the whole Kaswa, build the Kaswa. Yeah, no, to say the Dubai for Abu Dhabi, no. Yeah, we are near say a movie capital and the Kaswa. I think Accra na say no. Yeah, baby reorganize the Accra. Yeah, and the Kaswa chain Accra. Kaswa chain Ashama. Bonimu headquarters, Kaswa. Because of lack of proper planning, Tikronphobia, sorry, Kaswa no pay. No, Kakosho. Come back no abre. Mama, good evening, dog. Good evening.
Mommy, good evening.
Somewhere, dear dog.
Onyami adum ya ho ye pa na we.
Adumarakwa. Honorable Anita, good evening.
Good evening, Mama Vim.
Adumarakwa. Honorable Engineer Kobi, Pacho, good evening.
Good evening, Vim lady.
Also, I relax to cry. Just say, what you be a case?
And somehow, and it's so good, you know.
It's your new dear. I'm any year yet. Another June 3rd, there's you. Another June 3rd, no. Just in Bible. Because we failed to plan. Bibi ani adi akoya empire. But now, mommy and empire. Abroche for one empire, so they plan. Because yankopon one my knowledge, you know, I was here to solve our problem, no. Because we are about time cry. Say nye de bia na person o de bottle ebe feed o ba edu baby opesa akola na atete aduane hye netem nanum mebo a ba Ghana de ye dan wo ye babies anyankopon gusu feed e bia nyame we are failing to use the necessary niema na ode ama to plan year cities no enti was a issue we to make am say honorable Simon search me MC or North the area also one of the flood areas no honorable so ba join here very soon patcho mama munyina good evening.
Good evening.
Honorable Lam, Mami, say what is the flood area issue situation over? The last time I saw to say what you did, boy.
Mama Vim lady.
I don't know to mean denial.
Oh, Nyabotar. You be Michia, na Michia, wash up on a way to Funinara. Mizin Chaka, some as my would to say, is Yanama, Meko, for honorable maybe how comes in. And I say, or to two Punumunta, my mammy, why a busy kakra, fishes in your Ogodo. Na, in America flood, a pedadisha by force the castle are flood. Oh, Vim.
Nature will flood me, you won't video, you will flood.
We have challenges. And the challenges, you know, Erisha said, Kade, we have planning issues. Yes, Mesma, Kaswa, came into being. It was carved out of a Wutu Senya. Now, Kaswa used to be, the name Kaswa itself meaning a market. Into Amagozino or Wahona, baby, I was Guanoso, I know why densely populated. And whenever they are working, Sabi, one far planning issues, one fan yejuma. Baby queries dana. Oh, Ibenyan Kofu, how I catch her there. Oh, aha, what's the no ye or Baba Assembly? My coach wrong who has a letter call in the Minurika say I had an issue. And you want to catch them the what's done and a joke. And see, Assembly no matter market no honeyman with the energy in the worry sedan. We as the community people, we should own the place that we are living. Now, why a damina will be in suit or casina say a whole fladder. Oh, MC Maynasam, MP Maynasam. But P. Wawa, Warisha, Sono, Yama, who the baby are worry Sidano, or ye in Sukwan. Only that was Sidano or but of course, if I shall no feed the water and assay, or Sidano or Shasu or Ibra no ye dry season. Into when ya way who the baby or Sidano, but so far, engineer Sanka some the soil type will tell the person there, baby Mary Besu than or Yensum. Iwura na ofu wo hokra na obenye obi mo akache na baby Mary Sudan no oyensum nti oye challenger owo mi municipal menyorika say but all said and done no there has been a lot of steps just this year demolition kakra na iwere nyim human face igudari na obi afro there na yesel na hey sometimes you have to take some radical decisions to save the people around.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Honorable DC is searching. Honorable also what is saying? So what's the plan?
Vim lady, flooded the see what me picture so far. Befa kwenya we so.
I have flood in the tesi pa.
Of anchor runabout. They come move to honum no. Insio petekra na flood si. E talk say dia na say ano ayedin. Na vim lady mefa kwenya we so na machie wa tie4 ne wa hwesfo nyina. Na Juma Papa na wudi bo my Ghana. Na emum ya film. No kre say obi onim of anko bia. Ozo o afanko kwan na akoye major road a obesi akokumase ana outside Ghana kra mo ko Burkina nyina ho na omofa. Na issue pete kakra na flood si in the sense Vim lady Okasa no yama development a DNM than the planning. It problem ni nyaba pe ni atam ni de kosi MC ana MP so o show fan ko pa first dan can shoot hono and flood it. But since on my opinion ko for abreso ya sa dua carriage road the fiti circle the kokosi in Sawamu no. Any a year of anko a honom no. Many can say since a road no gata bus covered a year fiti. Ayalolo station a war anko hono.
Yeah.
A far filling station anymore all the way to Silicon Valley School no. Bus covered a year 2 bus covered road nasia. Since on my opinion, for year kwan, this little gata da.
Wow.
That is 20 good years, almost 20 good years. Na issue toya nesi inti Nancy and I'm so no because my bar office is 1 year 6 months now, and flood and see always be and shoot until check any who say no. Of anko particularly ankasa here re-engineering. Seriously. Me engineer there, but Osha 100 meters bus covered drain underground. Yeah, open chamber bia or so in case it says gata ni musia. Ye betimi ya den ewura mu na ya desert no. Oma anya bi. Eti nyamen chade with the help of Garrett. Any IGF kakra ye nya no yatima create artificial chambers. Mako 4. Ewo drain so a the salt na the salt and untimi find a friend is saying backwa na say excavator nye manpower ankasa. Na yewura ayina se omoye. Eti omatima the salt ya 2 ya close 1 and ya the salt baako.
Okay.
Eti me no ka say nsuo nyam toye but udu of anko run about nsuo ta hono ma nkofo fi say ya na ya blocking nsuo no because of nkofo ma ehase a omoye the sorting.
Okay.
Ewo hono na vim lady areho sem a woman say dwuma na omudi because of heat wo that anymore no. Near all to that anymore no. Ye woni nua osanso gina na chi a okita nsuo o hwegu no ho because of the heat. Na in fact at times I am misro into me catch almost so mo ye adwuma some hours they should come out. Na kakra o masa so asan room. Enti nsuo toye na nsuo ni na main road no so. No bi be bisa say obi be bisa say exactly. Na ya free highways because highways for na road no they take of it. But because of within my municipality so measurement na how my man for emre. This one deep the sorting pan here of alcohol all the way to Moose.
Okay.
Because that is ni mu nyina sisi na for 4-year road on almost 17 to 20 years in it. So you can imagine the gutter is really salted. And I the woman are cakey. So they are using pickers and are then just to do the you know, and yeah, easy. Mama fa konya was na men kan chiro bi o tie bia so munya abotre. Sa tem di any pressure no mu dis year so ya na blocking issue for now. Because you see a year once and for all. Say be ya issue to be ma enye. Na Ghana how is for who say I started juma no almost small engineers eba ho. And almost by advice here say there's a shop between KMO building and Silicon Valley School no. Nancy I acquired demolition honoma. Yes, also create another big gutter behind the filling station. Issue free as of any of around Ponsa area honomo and rainbow honing eba fankoni a bed divert science you know. After sa gutter na ye created their top filling station.
I mean, when he say when can shut down your problem, we are national GOG problem, and on my best year also no, Eddie Abero no.
And we can see the Java near there as well.
Yes, but some resources, Munisika, major project. Because they okay, me when they say, me engineer, but my game coins, a big, a major project.
It's a major problem, seriously. And attempt the end the Juma with a womb. Into a case obedi attempt the NHR. I'm said they be our own team and impacts. The question is before CBS said Jumano so, me frere Tom dear next shops are warning I may a debacketwa. And I'm a bomb man say this is the situation. It's very soon you start here Jumana, almost on bachelor of Mokaka, they should bear with us. But what I them Ghana for? Within 2-3 weeks, we are Juman and it did be pressure there. So, we are hoping, say, we be by Friday, or maybe one culvert near Biensionato, the other one, no matter but the other one. As now be you, my dear, see Silicon Valley School, Honum, Nade. Ya dredge school next year, they are Cosi Musu Honum.
Honorable, hold on, mammy. I said, my okay in planning will make it very profound for me. In person, they dog, I be quite an engineer, a engineers. Say, I covered 17-20 years ago. Near your plan, be I say, population never connect him. Go, yeah, quino. A quite dear dimpunchoba. Says, I broach for bebre, one almost you or more than obey or any honorable Anita ho. I broach for the bebre or more than a honor. Dr. Abekwata, I don't know what's our problem with. And now they are more canning now. What do you see?
That's say me training your papa into the fancy.
Yeah, we ever can fancy in it's okay.
In say Ozin can mammy chair. It's a funina no ye Abedra and you want to discuss as he. Honorable Fabian, I don't envy you at all. I don't envy you at all. Because planning issues. The key thing is implementation. I mean, fact, from Kaswa, we all knew how Kaswa was. We all knew how McCarthy Hill was. McCarthy Hill side in Anoy Pambros. We had Ramsar sites. They were not places for people to live. Okay. They were places meant to be absorbing green and ensuring their birds now fly from elsewhere will get a place to stay. And see, allowing people to move to places where they are not supposed to live. Definitely, you are tolerating things. And once you tolerate something, the people accept it. They will live by it. Or implementation issue. This is a Ramsar site. You don't live there. Why are you trying to build? You pull down the structures and let the people know this is a place earmarked for Ramsar sites. But we allowed it, we tolerated it, and the people accepted it, and they've done what they were. Wafanko is now Ofanko, right? When I was a little boy growing up, Ehunina was part of Eastern region, I suppose.
Oh, the Mehu.
Oh, yes.
I see.
It was part of Eastern region. All the way to Mid-Year, down to Okwasi, we knew they were all part of Eastern region.
And Mayra can
Mayra was part of Eastern region. If
Mayra headquarters, just a headquarters of Aquam money in Accra.
Yes,
So bad.
Yeah. And see, knowing very well, there were buffers between the regions, and those buffers were meant for specific things. Some were supposed to be for agricultural purposes. Some were supposed to be residuals for water that drains. But over the years, we have allowed these things to happen. Anybody who would bear with me, another Bekeno, within the 70s into the 80s, getting into the early 90s, all these guys I'm mentioning, even beyond Achimota, coming, were places that were not fully developed. Let me just accept the population has increased from the time these places were buffers. And we leave out the issue of statistics, Nimpa Rodoso, and human beings who want a place to stay. Unfortunately for us in Ghana, government does not take responsibility for housing people. That is a very critical point. Government does not take that responsibility. As much as possible, they do little here and little there. Kufuor did something on affordable housing. Achampon did something. Kwame Nkrumah did something. But Abai does not take that key points there or any responsibility to house people. And see, people house themselves. People house themselves by putting up concrete buildings. People house themselves by living in kiosks. People house themselves by trying to live in any shanty area. And that is what is going on. And the population is increasing. That is a typical case of Kaswa. Even before I go to Kaswa, let me go back, way back into the early 20th century, 1945 coming thereabout. We have Kwesimintim in Takrady, between Takrady and we saw it developing. From the records, they saw it developing. Even people like resourceful people like Dr. K. Buzia did a sociological study of Kaswa and concluded that if care is not taken, it will become the major slum in West Africa. Kaswa,
Kwesimintim, okay.
So we see the things happening. And let me give you another example of Nsawam. Because of the railway line, people started moving there for trade. Jan Krum in Nsawam. If you go there, how do you navigate yourself through? And we just allow, we tolerate, and it happens. And see, I don't envy the honorables who are in this particular case at all. However, we've talked about planning, we've talked about engineering, where you see a politician trying to do and lead an engineering effort. And my question is, after desilting, what next? The desilting is very important. So I'm just trying
to... Is that the long-term solution?
That is the point.
But hold on, ma'am. Before I go do after desilting, I think that you should still diagnose the issue further. Because I can't plan and know your big issue. This is so I can planning. I will not broach it. This is one year more broach it. Why is it that they are able to plan and we are not able to plan? Mamfa engineer Kobin Brim. I don't know. Why is it that they plan and we can't plan? Engineer Kobe, good evening. That's a man can now internet here off. You know this is our area. Engineer Kobe. Hello, Engineer Kobe.
Before he comes in, Brony is only different from Hindi before. At all. Obinum were from Dutch. What's the North Sea? Close to the North Sea. One Kronankasa during the Second World War, it was bombed flat.
Okay.
Rotterdam, Den Haag, then Delft.
Yeah, today they're under the sea level, yeah.
They are 6 meters.
I think even Amsterdam is also under the sea level, yeah.
But one there what that problem needs. Why build something like a fence around the North Sea? So as soon as you then the machinery rises up and then closes. No, I shut. So it doesn't get flooded.
Oh,
And
really?
Oh, yes.
Keta see defense because it has swept part of the, you know.
I schooled in the Netherlands. I did my master's at Erasmus University, okay, Institute for Housing and Urban Development Studies. And I know that project is an engineering wonder. It is something that everybody goes there to, but they planned it. And so they built a lot of dikes. And the dikes protect the settlements. So the long term had been planned long time. And every inch of land that is to be developed, whether in the next 10 years or 15 years, is being programmed into their detailed plan.
Okay.
Madam say a human face. Into why I know what the human face album. No, so I can create problems. But the Nimpa that's not baby because they must live, they must stay. Are buying on any problem to build houses for people. Anyway, in so container over cinema, once more to why
so Doc Molly can it because of planning purposes, it's the duty of Aban to provide housing so that they can regulate it.
I think that will be the best way to go about it. Because on Hinibiti baby, on no control in Sase. And Kran has a anchor your friend then Bushian or control in Sase. I think it's mostly the case in the whole of Ghana. I don't know about the north. But on Hinibiti the Esha and Sase. But what the assassin was a Yantano Kokesi. Whether it has been approved by the assembly or not, they don't care. Anyway, and then the assembly also hasn't got the capacity, make a capacity. But how many development control officers do they have to go and stop properties? And now you want confusus says you well militarized or friend and landguard free. Even crowd a tree na just
honorable Anita and home the home
there is fear even on the side of the politician to enforce. Anyway, and it's a myriad of issues, but the fundamental
because you have hit the nail right on the head. Me say today approach for you came PP when you able to have problem cases now the problem because of this issue. Because of this issue. Into honorable Anita, dog busa assembly say after drain the silting, what is next? Wo ye the silting be omo kaswa
yeah, them lady medase. Every year, dredging with the silt the gutters. Mostly it is supposed to be done before the rains start. Now these are gutters are ye good year or bay or and it becomes a very major issue. Sabi assembly no IGF on to build those big gutters. So yaza yeritimono nanka there is a concrete project do beche do yari gata ni ya at least Obama the means to semi no do wakofum. But as we keep on the silting or dredging minim gata bi okudu kaswa inso wo ho a obi anyum okudu river gata no no yakase meka the marametras wo ho na small wooden ayibi na mefado na mezoko inda izidua to dumpa onyeye MP obeye metal eyi azinu mu abaya ma azinu ko webu this agata ne kasa no ye but
onye properly constructed gutter or your drain
or your drain
because I properly constructed the concrete. I don't see how we expand upon dredging.
No, or your drain. Okay. But as he mentioned, development ways and there is no planning. My sister, inti ima ejumano oyezim. Today more can even want permit from the assembly. And I remember example there and payara menya call. Mini me there mama monkrofo fiscal planning unit. Wako she ma stop and a pay any pana sana from the honorable as an machine wosi. Look at some of these things. And as individuals, I make a mindset can vim. Mindset and it's also attitude now. And na ya crowd day. yen nyina ye beja to me the baby mazi day on ye into yen fan to ye na. Yes, sometimes say na wo pede was ni nyina wo di share politicians. But when you started, you said something. Inyara yeti community ni mu. They say local governance. When who pa the new year sorry on yet, but they be or your penny be into nka. Another na me wana me nya call. What's in Crawford was done be wahana wash on one, or bay a land guard. Ocean one, where you de into a slump there or by report. And when it happens like that, within a short space of time, no way sit down navy. Into urban dama, nubu, Boshana was a dano, old baby show, they were boon, not why back and forth. Into my sister. As for the gutters, we are dredging, we are desalting. But at the end of the day, on the major solution to some of these things, the floods keep coming.
Okay, into honorable so do you have an idea of the number of gutters or area or the drains?
Gutters, you will be power. We call it, we have F channels. Into no, yes. Or also, it's more than 50. It's more than 50. And a year we are not even able to desalt all because in the ekafa machine is a bit ma sabi ekawa ebobo. This year nyamina dumara yene MP honorable Mevisa Okumsin or support assembly sorry support other machines ebo guma ye nyina yeri timun kakaka. Last year the mazina ye into flood issues or co-form. This year it's not too much as it used to be, but on American, as we keep on dredging and desalting, you know, nagata numeri yakasi, and other plans, developmental plans, they be no concrete gutters, and the BB. It's in no so yarka na yezutum paying for winning. Highways, urban roads, when you they should come on board. Osande say yan dam na yen take drastic decisions today. Inyara yeti omanumu or that community no a time is coming now. Ibosha na esimu hu ya nche so ibosha na wa apa hu.
Yeah. Today guy wo yini. Nsu nchanya nkrofo na nche wewu.
Oh, inchozo no kokra. But mami can you so sisi kaswa momi ya basabaso. Debia audition ya de kaswa obia soro nwo na wo wi azu wo bo sisi akaswa anya dam le yeti. Ma vim. Nyame na dum akaswa yeda. Insanity no man na make chero also the boundaries of kaswa.
Okay.
Millennium City on Kanya no ho. Amman from on Kanya no ho. Liberia camp on Kanya no ho. Man sembi so ene na nsen tollbooth kwan yi mu insu ye oba waso kaswa tollbooth. Na mbi se de ebe. Na kaswa na ye wo tollbooth a. What ashen hem wa ye because it's a highway.
And Akasa is the most popular today. Tamadi, BK born water ma what the best for.
Oh, as for population, yeah, so Nyamina dum. This year we are about almost 240,000 within Kaswa.
Hey, 240,000.
Yes, Maramakacho.
You see, that's what Dr. Kobe Ken.
Yeah.
We have Dr. Beku. We have a problem. This 140,000 people, we can house them in just like Jolu. If we have a proper building design. Today, Mr. Krobi or America, New York, or from Tracy Towers. Mr. Kosha Nipa Wogu done one is a whole Dr. Hatta Ukromo Amsterdam. They have a Bama, baby Agana for water. These are high-rise buildings. Yeah. We can design things like that. I don't know why I Bibia Kaswan got in 240. Baby a road Bokobia or there the or there a road. Too much pressure on government. But if government were planning, we could house all those people in even a small land area like just Jolu. When we have proper building structures. Today man kroma ye. Shenipa ogutema. But Dr.
the doctor can be about incessant. It is in the hands of our chiefs and individuals. Government couldn't take over from ABI and paying for what I say. Say a ban or shall say there Onankasa or he is taking over the land, the land space. Obetum wires up, but in there on okay, Ozima was a casting in time. What casting in terminal sabi, Ejunu Quechira, or then would assassinate someone In quantum, ibenya. So it has become very difficult. Or individuals in the Obetu, but the government narrow how you drew nina. And when you are doing that, you should also make provision for compensation.
Yeah.
You can't just do that and say that you are clearing the place.
Honorable Anita, government nalamposi and trusting because we know what happened with the last Achimota case. Because Ghana and Sasi now my government for that so better. Because I grew up in Tema, Honorable Anita. Better Tema Ramsar site,
yeah.
Ramsar site is not supposed to be sold. In the Eboko Sakumono Ramsar site, in Kwafuato. But
recently, government has taken steps in these housing issues, though it is not in the city.
Story time. Story time. We need a proper housing policy.
Vim, let me come in here. That's all how Adrian is. Yes, planning a problem. Okay. I put it very much on enforcement and implementation. Because a planner, a implement a monitor, a evaluate, then you take it back into the planning system.
Okay.
And see, yenimde nyimpano dos wakaswa. Yenimda him for no control and assassin a one pede sebuta fracture. What on Adina? Nyipan babaji niska back. Into what on assassin was say go and build immediately. You see, one of the key things that is coming out of this thing is that apart from building in wrong places, the quality of the housing itself, the quality of the houses itself. There's an engineer here. There is a gestation periods for curing of structures and all those things. The integrity of the structure, the quality of the structure is also at a critical point. Who is responsible for pulling down structures when those structures have not been authorized? It's the assembly. The law is clear. And Brandon say, it's so done obey be a one authorize here. What bugufoma? A kawa woboy was boo a dano gufom was it to our yimpana AKC one. The laws are there. The laws are there. Anything I make from the beginning, I don't envy the honorables at all. The key point here is the capacities of the local authorities to do what they have to do. When I was schooling in Rotterdam, for instance, in a square kilometer area, they knew the total number of people who must live there.
Yeah.
And there is a clear policy there. They want to do densification in the inner perimeters of the city. Why? Because densification supports transportation. It supports education. It supports terrorism.
But you're breaking it down. What can gentrification and anything?
Densification.
Densification.
A densified area. So, for instance, we're talking of 240-something thousand people in Kaswa. That can be put in a particular radius. And the type of housing that must take place in Kaswa. You can say you want to do 4-story buildings in a particular direction and maybe 2-story buildings in a particular. In housing, there's something called cross subsidization. And see, even if private sector is going to develop, the private sector is expected to build high cost structures and then allow for low cost also to mix up. Why? Because some of the low cost people also provide domestic services to the high cost people.
But doc, more imagine Doctor Engineer Mobile, more imagine the day. Baby, I say, be Jimmy Bre, Tema, Mpo, 60s. Mr. Tema make all you do more because your baby at Tema General Hospital one. And Krobama, where your home on story buildings. Baby, I'm a woman or home with your short buildings. Echo Committee 4, design here different. Echo Committee 1, design here different. Echo Committee 7, design here Benjamin Brempo Yaye, Nanda de Yaye to Jimmy. Oh no, home no. Chad, I had no problem from top. Because this was Nkrumah's agenda there. Let us build a city. Why couldn't we follow Nkrumah? Even a champion bear was uncle school. Onupo to my yebi after Nkrumah or Dansoman. Why are we failing to do politician of Fono? I don't know Anita and Pedro Betty. Politician of Fono. Why are they refusing to plan and enforce and implement and change the system? What is the problem?
Okay, so Vim lady, I'm saying medical meda was na macha with TFO and a panelist now, and I think very diverse opinions have been shared. But ansana meku komuno, I'm saying the topic itself is amazing in the sense and somehow I say flooding the after effect.
Okay.
But in my discussion, and I say me bobo abobo imuno me pesa one ye betwe adwen akọ infrastructure so. Two, me pesa ye betwe adwen akọ human design. I mean design, and so engineering design, and so na etoso me ensa no so no ya say atwen adwen akọ the role of law, not the rule of law, the role of law. That's the legal framework. And no, you're saying you know, they are saying ashe sikasem finance. And then when you know near the young nipa citizens of the country, you subay ye near the abonetofa. Them lady, come away, just say, the palmy, who may be a Mr. Free, but no crack. Yenina, it is one boy yenina from head to toe. It's from head to toe. That is my opinion. I think in American is and from an engineering perspective, Sabio Mr. Meka. Eye magi muna kakra. And I say eye massive film say metise. A municipal assembly does not carry out maintenance, hasn't carried out maintenance for the last 17 years.
No muniska.
Vim lady, yes, I understand. Media assemblyman da. Media assemblyman o kukoma bremem beposotano so wa asunafo south. Media assemblyman da. I understand local governance system no. I think say a new man kitty be wa ho critical, but they be a buya niguso. Number one, planning. And two, implementation. If you don't plan, you cannot do anything. So when susu adie when problem na I was so dream ho no what susu say adie ben na me di ebesi sa a problem yi ho kwan. And no nche say oh akadia what be solve problem yi na.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you have got all the solutions to fix the problem. But the bottom line is that you have to guarantee that the solution that you are actually professing is going to be effective and efficient. Until we don't have an excuse, sir. You see, Miska no cry. I mean, I'm sorry to say, we have a lot of intelligent people in this country. Almost Hana Ghana from
na make one say me abewi wo ye wo a lot of better than Nipanaba. So
but yes, Vim lady, I think sir some no a complex kakra. Me I train in the UK. I'm a British trained engineer. Me call University of Leeds and University of Birmingham. But after working in the UK, me as a consultant, I decided to come back to my hometown, Kuku, to come and work. But Yambusa said drainage issues are similar. Sabio offer Sonia. Now the Murphy abe anything finishing in a gumnas or Sonia. Because a Murphy came. Na ensure kogwasie. Say a yama a besi. Sonia Nisia, a bedroom rebino, would ensure Guma ensuring in our bedding, a pie a guabontain. You blame me a buying. I make us say, all of us have to take some level of responsibility because offer your drainage systems. Of course, said in a doctor from a land use perspective, land use development perspective, development mixes, urbanization, population growth, it means that in our part of the world, Africa, where in Europe, there are certain places that they are even crying for densification, as Doc said. But densification, and the problems, and
Yeah, but
sometimes we
I want to go for casa abanye failing no because abanye abesni ko nyina. DC no me what the problem no come na just honorable sechim.
Vin lady.
What get you
Vin
okay?
lady. Vin lady, I agree with you. I mean, also in all honesty and in all fairness, DC Juma Edding pap. Obi sorry, I no pass 6 o'clock. I be DC or na MCFA or say what the yani do buy. It's me ba benum tea and as me ba benum milo. They yan fan tonche. But the the issue of housing is like the egg and the chicken who came first. Is it a yaka say abayin kwa and I say a private sector kwa and I say we need the right mix. From many angle there, I think that where we are failing as a country has to do with us not using local raw materials for our construction.
Okay.
Because local materials, you bet me you're senior man. Because the bottom line is a cost.
Engineer, I like where you are going. Engineer, so I like where you are going, engineer. What network engineer, mommy. Honorable Sechim. Where you are some near canoe. Or say, more say doc abe kwata can say a lack of planning. But almost excuse me DC for ne kakra. But ujiri says and kamuye and kabanye central government. Mamu akadi anka to say the sultan ya 17 years munya kan betimi aye. I didn't think I 17 years munya ye. Na fe na moye.
Yeah, Vim. Me kasano me minya kwenya belboa man penyini Akufo-Addo just 28 October 2001. Na me ba office. Yes. Enti me ba ma who say is a major problem. At least I need to tackle it. Se kakra metima ye bian mad ba na mencha de Garrett project no na mencha de nya some funds bia purposely for the Sultan. And tiana na beboa yen with the IGF for kakra na ye de aka ho. And then na boa ya ye
sa funding but na sika ni wonti na assembly no 17 years o manye no na sika ni ho.
In fact, bintimen kasa ma me previous say did there but me buy no sikasem wo fom e wa assemblies no the credit e baako and as you see so property rate no is not coming to the assembly anymore. Wow, it's the IGF now property rate no point. Is that the central government has come in so GRA4 then they
say GRA4 na property rate no.
Then a percentage is being given to the assembly. But maybe the central government. No.
What are you saying?
Dream. I'm happy. I'm happy.
MC, let me help you. Nowhere in the world, unless it is under a particular regime, a property rate central government energy. Now I'm speaking tree. Nowhere in the world. Menti be that. Me who be that. Now center and beji. Now I'm wafan what percentage? Center
just 30.
Offer 30. No the nyakanama. A number of assemblies today cannot undertake things that you are doing, and they have to depend on projects. Project be a beji biano, yakobo besia. Normal de in Sihu account, then it becomes Ghana in Ayeka. Meanwhile, the property rate that is collected in the assembly, and here local, in Tiankamumu generator, assuming you were generating yourself, and a securing in Abamo, and a send your mewoho, and you have done a forward-looking plan about your drainage, about your housing, about your market, about your commercial areas, about your centers. Those little monies will help you to implement those projects.
But what is the problem though? DC Koso. Hello, DC. Hello, this year you not take I because them say who this news to say, dog. The problem is also about say inefficiency in collection because me experience kakra me water mano. Meaning say some time ago, there was this NPP, omo treasury sin back on the company A3. Omo na no moje is our property rate no any idea water man. The 30% of the money was going to the company. And it was one of the things that I make assembly na kasa krabet me afa. JHS boys secret nya adwuma nye. See a funny for 1,000. Near the omugum some
it is called the inefficiencies in recoveries.
Okay.
Inefficiencies. You block the inefficiencies, but you don't take the function away from those who are supposed to do it. I stand for correction, but by the time I bind the court central funds, now will be year free and it has its own administration altogether. It gives a different picture altogether. Now, I may not know the reasons behind why central government is collecting it.
IMF, you know, I'm saying IMF conditionalities. We needed to show funding sources. And the 11 failure, government needed to be fast. And I buy who say property rate no be because if they're able to increase it by a certain percentage, never government, central government, where they can rake in a certain amount of money.
Fine, but on the principles of subsidiarity, which indicates center has its function, the regional have their function, the local have their function. And once they have their own functions that they perform, we rather strengthen them to perform their functions and not take the function away from them. So I buy A and say, oh, gee. Now watch how the revenue should be collected. Now later, or there's your friends lessons now, my assemblies now. It's a different picture altogether.
Okay.
But honestly speaking, I think it's made a lot of assemblies weak. Very, very weak. I mean, they need money to perform. And the money isn't coming the way it's supposed to come.
Okay.
And the center is collecting, having its own administrative procedures around it, and how they will share the money. And how do
it is technically a buying robbing assemblies? No, they are robbing assemblies.
Well, I will not use the word rob. I will not use the word rob, but I will just say it is probably a mismatch via you know.
Okay.
But before I conclude on this one, I think the engineer was talking about housing and the type of housing and all those things. Very, very good point. I know where he's coming from because I think I know the background a little bit from some circles. But the key point here is what type of housing does the government want for the city center, the peripheries, and then maybe a suburban?
Doc, plan be anyhow. Are you aware? Is there a plan? One who plan be said this is the housing we want for Accra.
Because
this is the housing we want for Kaswa.
Kaswa inner city. They say we don't even know the inner city of Accra. Is it Circle? Is it Kaneshi? Is it Achimota? Is it Osu? Is it Ansuman? Where is the inner city?
And I just don't know which. Oh no, Anita. Oh, inner city no way, and outer city no way. I don't know. I was on microphone.
Kaswa is 2G.
Yeah, sorry. Vim lady me that say.
Kaswa is 2G.
We can't say that. Oh, Vim lady nyabutar. No kwanye there. Assessment kasano, there was no planning. Or there can occur. It should make my yes, but as time goes on, make the plan no. But you know our governance system. Iyaba, there is no progressiveness. Into ebeshisha is at what ancha yimpane ben or do so we can't say that there is no plan. The plan is there, but its implementation, as doctor said, your governance system now my today. Iwa abayane zinti maba na oda misumi ye bibia obi bohu de amina me ye entire na implementation wa akaya zene kakra but the planning itself is there. Sakaswa Isha, we have places like CP Blue Top, all those places are well planned areas sabi ko ha ebo hu there. Inti is not totally there. Kaswa
Honorable, you know, so article. But I wanted to ask Honorable, say that or buy an two plan. Say this is the plan for Kaswa. And Honorable,
you baby or to the just not nzama wacho yi. But Kaswa, yes, sister.
Honorable Koso.
Aha, inti mama kan there. Generally, no, yen to me and kada Kaswa or basa dabi. There are places that are well planned.
Honorable Kaswa as a whole,
The
plan for the district today. This is the plan to them on Kromadi Jahan Watermano. This in Kromandi I say, Ojahan Greenbelt. These are the earthquake areas. Earthquake is a Hano Wobo Guanaco in the Tamapoya Tonina. When you came, did you see a plan there? These are the areas, Kupakini, Ihani, these are the reservoirs in Suta. How many you drain in Sununo Kogu? Did you see a plan like that? Did you come to meet a plan like that?
Let me add to
okay.
I'm confirming it was linear development. There was circular developments. There were industry-driven development. Tema is very much industry-driven. Anyway, it is the port, Valco, and all those things, and then settlements are built around. It could Stuttgart or Germany. It is their financial capital. You go to elsewhere, it is automobile, and they build a city around those things. Kaswa is Kaswa, it was a market center.
Okay.
Yes.
It was a market center.
Yes.
It's coming from Western Central, Eastern, Greater Accra, Tubum. And in fact, Kaswa even attracted international traders. People from Mali, Kenya, and all those things, Count. Settling there was not initially planned.
Yes.
It wasn't planned. And now moving forward, it was rather planning, chasing after development.
Development.
We were doing very much of curative planning rather than preventive planning.
But Honorable, technically, that is the problem in Ghana, baby. Baby,
Doc,
it is more of sprawl than densification.
Okay.
Yes. There are some places we have communities, and I mentioned one. There are some places I end them in your case, that the place is planned. But generally, Kaswa Nankasa to them a Dr. Keno. They're back there, ne planning now or the assembly, but those places now were earmarked, and I think it was a private sector thing. That's why those places, yes, were planned. In Tama, Besha Gata, there, it does say to Gata, able to baby ne couple benefit is one fenchem.
That is the problem I have. Honorable, so there's no plan. There's no plan.
Generally knows it, but there are some communities over in the private sector obemunu washishe was a gata was out to her, but in nature gata no, so it links with other gatas, and are those areas also planned into ways if you know opera iwura abortion the rural no we kogo obi so ni dema no so nya problem. That's the issue we have. It is a general thing. Naganda and Kasatida no, our mindset has to be changed.
But
it is
attitude now.
We have to change.
Honorable Anita, hold on, Nana.
Yes,
mindset
another amanaza.
Honorable, I just want to know, baby. Echo, I brought you away to con. I just want to for no message. New York, baby, I'm my cousin.
On the
New Year Eve. Honorable Anita, on network article. Mesamba Odo. This is such a member of hosts here, but engineer now can be. Oh, let me DC. Honorable Anita said, or buy and obeto Kaswa plan na areas no body now say a plan no. Omuya got any drew na copim. And planning so there, young man and copim. I was a gat and lenki bibi, and the man different. That time I was a gat I free there. Yes, it's a Valco no could do a chem lagoon. Yanya gat and cosim finfini a jack. Yes. But a baby baby, no yes. They go. Ya gata no back who follow gata now because it's your being featured. It's definitely a flood. Yes. So I'm engineer. Yes. Do we have a lady?
I think so.
Yes, I think there are some fundamental questions, and the issue is: are we openly and genuinely dealing with the issues? I don't know a question about Ebisa because I find it worrying. Say it will be suggested to us in this 21st century. Say there are no plans at the municipal assemblies. No, I mean that is a non-starter. That's my professional opinion to start with, because every every local government authority has town and country planning division. And the issue is
and is it the same as a plan?
It starts from there. That is the fundamental. It starts from there. It starts the entire town and country planning. Everything starts from there, and then it's from there everything. I mean, everything starts from that angle. So right now they're doing spatial planning, NISA, and all the further developments. The America Kosisoni. So you started development. You started developments now. The plans are there. We start with something. We start with a plan. It could room in a jeans. Okay. Say somebody has slept. Obiada, I know a no-brainer. Dream lady, I know a no-brainer because at the town and country planning lands commission, and with the support of the law or the constitution to make sure say however, this year no in term develop and content. Let's look around, sir. You will see, sir, there are a lot of waterlogged areas. Somebody who's more of an environmentalist, no, waterlogged areas, be brave or horses see out people say, yeah, trick filling, yeah, trick latrite near the abegu ho. Yenim say a honor stability issues are a problem from a structural perspective. Now, doctor even mentioned the issue of curing of the substructure. So we see typically a man of the necessary treatment. A dino crown, yes, you were normal as one, and you show crown, not as seeing in afro. Nasa be yes, I could see that a die won't fume. And tis a nayatic room ha. Yahusam penning for air. On sassy, I will ensure my sassy, and may fail it. Now, also was a cat, and to what to seek out what to seek out fail of the cost of filling some waterlogged area the crown. It's Miss sign.
Exactly.
But what you are filling in your sign, and you are blocking a water course, a waterway, baby, and should be a cheer for. If we people if we send him now, be sure baby. I want them bring. I say I go pass the no. But what about the feeling? It's say ensure anything and for him bio. And see, and nobody be why. This is not a secret.
O point ne say a dino na de flood in e ba no. Say the see dino. I am planning here and the conference you ne ba no me ba. They are
yes, and planning, but there are so many things. But the bottom line is poor planning. Bottom line, no, poor planning. And it's because say you're planning inadequate. So what's the dining here? Because ansana ubesi dino. You decide on the land use type, whether say residential, commercial, retail, educational, religious. Once you know the facility. You know, I don't know how a whole Acadia obey. And see, I don't see a planning and
you refuse to accept say any plan or some planning the DC Becachos AOBO from Kaswa to Pokwasi to Temakosi Sabalugu. The assemblies thing now were like a layout. I had a cemetery, I had some of you, but the dog kind of when they implement it because me you know what a cemetery cry at Tommy at the Vodafone cemetery. Because school was cemetery native school or cemetery now yet.
But
boys here bottom, my boys here never football, my black stars see black starless near the end. Ya tonton park no. Ya tonton in it's layout in there, but who is implementing?
Vim lady, also assembly be why na I say ebi mo ye can I say to sebe kakra na I say who but enye who I say it's the system because as we were how would say a chat say a public land for public use a school a DBC school and as a assassin now when say 20 years ago na cemetery obeti na nanom atwa asase no nanom atwa asase so no MC wo ho a MC koka sokoka obenya asem every say ebeka say MC yan fa ni die anya den ma nanom enkrofo no so omuso akoto asase no omuso ka say oh wan hwe ya yeso ye den yan to aba the attitude, the behavior, no, we need a total overhaul, and I can say from the top to the bottom, because even say when we have the right channels, whether you drains or say normal earth drains, the right designs, maybe piano, it's for the right capacity with the right flow. Say you did na baller, rubber, you need the good. Drains ni mo a ebesaya block na akoyesesa sieve and mefin asem na meye den make no and what south flooding issue we e won so bebre because oba ye fie mo say efie mo ayesisi no obia se wanya sika obia enye greens ni bi obia ye concrete kakra no ya toso tiles so it's all hard surface into sooner than can no come from no say no dodo na no from to the water table bio you know
very profound pa me too kan
enti etwekọ abonten ekogu abonten
me too kan kwa ma broche na me nya eye opener wo sa mo ade we say ho Ghana baby aye concrete ba wo come abroad UK
enti the green
Holland Germany France eni nyina aye from why are we like that? I don't know, but in now kind of planning. But the solution. Engineer, mommy, I'm solution. Yeah, solution. Obi aka problem. A dog say structural deformities near there. Why na said yes because they say na make us say. I say me cry nyama so say you lose 780 million on flooding. According to IMF, the World Bank report, it will cost Ghana $180 million. Yetumia solve ka soane ofanko ne pokwase ne flood yi nyina se be solve a ye hia 180 million eno kra nye total amount annually every year BSK be hia no $180 million to solve the problem. Definitely ye ni bi ye obi anke enko IMF enko je first 3 billion. So how do we ensure say another junta disaster?
You see,
I don't know. This is such a mobile okay, this year in article.
You see, the amount you are quoting, what you have spent over the last 10 years.
Okay.
This money more compare. Just dredging your God channel alone is more than what we have spent.
But what can be dog?
Just dredging the outdoor channel alone is more than what you are quoting.
Wow, just outdoor.
Just outdoor is more than what we have quoted. What you have quoted.
But dog, before I got you, I don't know. Why are we wasting time dredging outdoor now? Can't we cover it? While Amsterdam home I know drains it say outdoor. What I even entertainment here hotels will both to those I don't know, Chede. Into dog, why can't we do the same thing here? I don't even know.
I live in Ghana. I don't live in Amsterdam.
I want a new politician. I want to come. Why you my UN? What to come? What to come? It's
all part of the planning. See, major cities in Europe prefer to have flowing water bodies because they have therapeutic purposes, they have attractive purposes, and some of them are even used for movement of goods and services. If Thames here or UK need tributaries, some of the parts are used for movement of cement, anyway. If you go to, there's a place called Dombier. Dombier is in Austria, just after you've come from Lausanne. Is it no, Zurich. Just after you've come from Zurich, you're entering Austria. Dombier. The water body is there. If you take Germany, Amsterdam, Germany, Netherlands, they have the Rhine River. It is used for trade purposes. The Munsuno won't allow on polluting. Won't allow. One ankasa or one measures. Why? The drains or the streams, they collect their residuals. They receive water, but they are channeled in a way people see goods moving. They see boats moving. They see everything moving. In here, Odo. They used to do regatta on Odo.
Oh, wow.
Canoe boats.
They
used to do the same thing on the Odo. When the Kokoma Nanumba War happened and people were allowed to come in, that started the pollution of the area. And the government created a mess, but did not take the necessary steps to clear that mess. But that is even not the main issue that I think we should discuss here. The main issue that we need to discuss here is how integrated is our drainage system or fit into the plans that we are talking about. Engineer talked about some plans. Our friend and Kaswa MC talked about plans that they exist. And on my example be there, some of the private developed areas, or proper planning. But the question is it a plan for the structures, or is a plan that integrates drainage and integrate other services? Into Yabakare or plans, but how integrated are the plans? Sensuto, no fi obi ne na brosanemu osana. Obaka ko connect obi nso so at sebita freche onya brosan ne zina oye efitia. Na insuni na wa channel no. You talked about Chemu, how Valco flats, Valco areas, they drain into Chemu. That is integrated planning. And see, the first thing is we need to look at whether we have drainage master plans for all our major cities. Major towns. Drainage. How is the drainage master plan fitting into the detailed spatial plan of the area? We know there is an underground somewhere between circle and somewhere. We know. What function are those things performing now? In Suyorube, yes, Emangasa, my papa Munechi, or friend and every Brekusu, every Hosiribe. In Smota, Ustana, Ubugunkran. In Surisanwa Bankri, yin there towards Makati to Kaswawe, your earthquake prone area. We know all these things, yet we will not implement the little plans that have been put there. And we allow the things Oban Obekesa.
Doc, what is stopping us?
I think I keep saying this thing. It has to do with guts. Emi 2 years, and now 4 years, and now 6 years, and now 8 years. That mumfambu mansia what can I boy? Me potem. I will look for the plans. I will implement the plans. I will enforce the plans. I may get a bad name today. Who doesn't know Kanaminyila? Who doesn't know Minyila? Kumasi, Koforidia, Eastern region. We saw the work the man did. Who doesn't know Banasco on Operation Feed Yourself and stuff? Who doesn't know? And unfortunately, they're all military leaders. Anyway, because you need to have the guts to say, we need to make a change where we live. In Suta, often it is people's money going. It is people's children dying. It is people's property going. If we quantify all those things, the pain that it brings to individuals and the rhetorics that we give politically, they don't match. Take June 10th. Look at the losses of human lives. Look at the vehicles that were taken away. Look at the fire that burned people's homes and shops. Yes, we can give political rhetorics to it, but at the end of the day, can that ameliorate the pains.
Okay. But dog, Mapeda Moko Kaswa MC no honorable Sechim now. Do you see any plans? See yet Ghana, I want a UN consultant. Do you see there? Yeah, what plan being put there? Nyen them part that to be able to me deal with the have you cited any plan anywhere?
I know there for Greater Accra, for Greater Accra metropolitan area, make a metropolitan area now. I'm talking about the conurbation from Accra down east side towards from Mutual, Zirko, down maybe.
Okay.
Then all the way to Nsawam and up on the Ebri, in fact, even up to Ekropon. Then Kaswa and beyond Kaswa into Budubram and others. In terms of the functions that they perform, or affect each other. So I will call it the Greater Accra metropolitan area. Into me, one municipality in Nankade, friend and say, Nkranbowa, or Nka, or friend and Kaswa, or Baka Kaswa. And we should look at a detailed plan, and I think there's an effort to look at that plan.
I agree, but have you seen a plan that has an integrated drainage system? That you go to us. Have you seen?
I have seen some private development that looks at integrated, but like centrally, I think it's yet to be done.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but I think it's yet to be done.
Honorable Anita, how many NDC workers home? Is there a plan in your area? Honorable. Okay, Mamuko Honorable Sechim. Honorable Sechim. Ohano Oba, who plan beer. As a child baby a drain where you see Odiano Kobo way diamu ye say Moselton and Kobo from my best I say.
Yeah, my hobby be sada. And say Ganoff municipal no ye carve free Gan West.
Okay.
Until this year near 5 years pepe. Until ye who sa plan be or until in such a river na a war. A free a breeze row for Cropon honum na de besi pokwase honum. And then a cocoa bo densunim. Na densuno so ko wager.
Okay.
So it had that integrated a year a carbon say oh yeah dredge na na the sort na udru point via. Also your next municipality no so etwaso. Edeko. It is the way you drew baby. Now stopping us on also and to us and yeah no why juma hunu. But vim lady abodi mu.
Hello, Honorable. That we are a Islam ministry compa network ne
Pombo on I city vim ba jose.
We say that we are honorable Islam ministry ne compa internet and it's a basic commodity. And he said internet is easy anywhere in Ghana. It's serious.
I was a super na sweetie amerade. So who say insure a cost problem or baby a ne free nipa da sani. And a diverting insure no a cost problem. Eti sa de na dogo kan one engineer ka say infrastructure and development near then it's true. The whole municipality, Obama Honoma, town and planning department, only just two people, just two. Obama can internally recruited people like the and Obama Rose engineer or municipality.
The whole engineer
the whole engineer share a union na one.
Na be dey no be esi e dey sinsuo ma obetimi kwa hu no akase ye nkobu ohumbo.
Ntina na dog o ka say resource and human capacity. And also a factor because set into so ahwa task force for no ye bebre task force for no so omonye the technical people. It is here the omoko rounds no mudru baby a. Ebia edan siemu anase bibi no obi si dan sinsuom ni ade akostop no because normally I try on stop work produce permit and ade obi wo ho a anadwo anase weekends no ye adwuma that time assembly enye adwuma and I say ye ko na ekohu a ye wo stop work o ba ye ni start work oh and ebi onom so a developers na nkasa de omo paint etro you know who say stop work produce permit into so obi twam a obe wa adwen say assembly no na aba be stop adwuma no na oguso awoye but na ye developer na nkasa na atro oye nti me ba office no ya develop some yi bi a si etwam ne ehu say entroye bi wo ha yi nim say we free assembly ye nim say we free assembly and only a one ena ya hemfo for no mo so e woni lance de na doctor can it's true menya case bi wo me hono ma sisi a ye battle yakoto land ama obi a utimu say o hwe layout na a road a road
Omaton road, a buying road designated national road.
Yes, na baby omoton ene ya akoye a boundary a meme boundary ene ga central boundary. But because of all boundary, so the chief wanted to take advantage. In your muna bubu dana no more yeno. And ye twa kwana tum. Vim, could you imagine say developer no better assassin no akogina nchen yo na the chief and assembly are now fighting.
The chief ne the assembly no court.
Over yan court say to say the night doctor can say MC mbu ohene and assembly one na etwe ne ade afi ekowi ase no uka say developer nembra on produce permit ayade amane say e wo so ye adwuma na oma ono so woni permit e no no akotena ne baby ena ohene ni momu ehwo ama developer no simply because ono na akoton asase no eti wen nyina ye factor
confirm say ho ye designated road no ohene na ton
me name me physical planning officer including the road urban roads engineer nyina ko site America inti me catch on and say, well, so far say where you road in it, me, I will never allow it. Obetima bomidin bone, but a chinabi, Obiabe was adana na me no. And anani kase, ye area for na nase timamu for no so e passem stratum. That is the problem. Because they call us. Ye kodru oni ehu baby omo patche. Nipa na ko share them as koenim udru turn left correct ne ade. This is a case enka community ni nyina come together aka say masa adwuma wudi ne ha no ekina bi nsusanso beba ya anka say yete ha no so no enti ye makwan nobody will try but bibie ni ani afre ni akofre MC uba bedru nipa ne kra nche obebi a problem ne wona osuro na disaster no so esia sebi ube wa adwen say vim lady otetema it is a flood that see wo fanko and I see wo pokwase ana bibia nkan e bia na vim lady bese atwam akohwe na danfo bi ana okosra obi na ade ne na behia enti flooding issue ni ade a ye kan ho asem ne de e national issue as ye nyina ye taking up ni ye nyina ye kan bom ni ye fight this issue because me meda be sorry as MC na insuato me baby an flade a say me da o but here is the case.
I like the point now can especially on an example you miss a doc ne a engineer can say me say engineer can na emphasize Ghana for you suni e ban abroni be ya money we on hini we susu na odu baby ne e kan ban asem na no chembo ono be kan kese yeah no this is true ono be kan kese so she say road o wakoton na Ghana for no say o mo sorry a na media for na monka wo Ghana na wo tie area wo hu say yakoton a road ama obi wa friend na monko obo no wo we tiko wo koka na ye as o dey mo je ni umu ntu dey koka na ye DC kwa me was someone threatening so mbekun because some of the DCs here to me the death threat
I vim lady bebre me bia me phone so kira you even cry for me but me adwuma ye no say what in the cry be ye adwuma you don't fear anything but say we your hon say bia we DC and we say e kina wa ten na ho no ye eno na aya na problem ba na usuro. I say if you stand firm na sɛ wodi ne kra this issue no ɛmfa ho kra ade a me call ba edu ewiase no ɔhene ne kra ofrɛ no sɛ issue no ya ankasa yɛ de asɛm ne kɔkɔɔto kra fi wɔfa akyire bɛ pacho eti sɛ nka yɛ ade a meka so ɔyɛ ɔhene ɛna den na megyaeɛ no a ɔno no deɛ ɔba akɔtena ase o na area fo no ne yɛde so bɔ MC ana DC no ɔwɔ area hɔ no sisi akora wakɔgye sika wakɔyɛ sei ɛna ɔmo yɛ but ɛnam sɛ mmea mehu sɛ no ade na ɔhene ne yɛ no ɛmmoa ɛmfa kwan mu na megyina me naaso no ɛnɛ community no nyinaa ɛbɔ me din o but mensan fa konya we so nka nkyerɛ sɛ wote manten mu na sɛ adeɛ bi kɔ so na enya you people should come together because community na wote no sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ amboa ma hɔ no and develop ya ɛyɛ wan kasa na da so ɛyɛ wan kasa na da so because in fact dwumadi edi no assembly no ubisa me colleague kuku obeka kyerɛ kaso na ɔka sɛ hɔ yɛ 200 and something me oba Ganofa that is Trobo constituency na your population no sisi ana do 210,000 people anka okay, because people are migrating to this area and omodi omufie wo krom aye stores and omunyina move back the side and na ade ba akoso so ayasan hu ne sɛ ye tu okrafo no na say tu momone so fo yan kase ye workers for no so bi the engineers and the youth for no so no say obi ba be ye permit na bibia ye wo goro boys no wo kwan so no bo so ma hia omo na omo ne omo din sa wo so and ya o de ekọ ye be ba site ho time we say ayana MC oba rounds every Tuesdays and Thursdays I all call rounds and yeah didn't wo there e be fro by the time I be do site on ukwa unhu obi a
Yeah.
unhu obi a was site on enti etu okrafo na etu momone fo because sabi we engineer ofi say obi e si dan obema obi bi kakra ne ade na wakoso e bia na etena bi wabusuani bi ana oba bi enam say area ho na atorenche ma akosi na kam enti vim lady problem DCs and MCC ye face wa assembly on some of our workers ne bi menka so munyina some of them ebi so your part enti de bi share management meeting I keep on warning them say mom yemfa assembly ne to say our own the china bi woni ho ebeka say say nka engineer vim lady wo ho a nka da we ma so da
this is such way there one hwam asem way there waka papa no mbeka o enso ayese waka no kre what yes waka no kre no unua ba wo kan nyina oboniti nkoye true me aminim but Anita, what do you have to say because meaning say they can be true
Vim lady me da say on my brother can it is very very difficult oh yes mamisha simfi assembly adwumayefo a ihe ayewo the Mugoro boys asemi ama me municipal assembly ya shada ya prampo ya ye tag osande oya tete ya ye tag o de yetu to obi anu ko mu ho na wo boko site ina azina but they still have a way to do it at the end of the day the misikana waka jijini nya on assembly of him lady so how do we increase our revenue collection na ma aye wadwin de eri ye adwuma no na so no oye adwuma wa assembly o ma menka yi e won wadwin ye ho de what ho dada we are seasonal workers
yes
if I should put it aban baba aban boko wonyi ho nete ban years wo fi do here yerba na ya akọ nti mo wo pede wo so they always think about themselves into e ma adwuma no oyezin baby anyi bi there no your road also hini bi cotton road because some pose are very common very common
what on road no
oh vim lady na koho na ekebo NC na manka samigina ho adebechi na wa akodan asam no na akoye bibia ho e obenda ma media bia bampo a mesem nkasa because the right thing must be done And the layout no hozi.
Na chede honorable Anita, hold on. No chede. Sometimes we will connive with media for just to make assembly look bad.
Oh, Vimled Nanze Mam Wejuma ya muye what should I wabba hakakra? No wabba hakakra. Baby I wash and soon to oba for hopa na wanza mo ben ye ni wana wako. In time Juma no eyoyezim. There enye nananum so and we also work with the chiefs. Inti sometimes iritu anamon be a fair do baby no na be ahimfunumpo wompedo wobo wenyim. But all because of this. Be asase some any nan say into some were from the man and maybe so be the bay. Na me ejuma lands commission. Sometimes issues in Ibiba or them direct mizima police. O stand there, what an assassin movie. Oh yeah, also so wasan was a man. Now I catch you there, sin intentem. That may catch you be there into Sabio, I catch you there. Brass assassin don't terminal basino. And Jina and Kowechirana. So as for the layout, it is there. But the development, no, or shall say, Kaswa in particular, Dr. Orcas or King, they started the settlers, was shall say, was to see one done naze in the baby bebre, what ways is it now? It shall lay out in it is a road. Ningina ya kwana order the ho, ibin wa permit, ibin so when you permit. Into obi a permit and sheni ye na rekobu dana, you as an assembly, you are in trouble. Eno obi so only permit a rekobu dan sabio to them American ye nipa. We as community members, we should own the place. Whereas sabi ishe nipa ote dan no mu. Na rekobu dan no na tu na fi ho. Na wi aka chen the cost of a juma ebeye no ontu akaw. That is it. Me demolition be recently. I did all engagement. I met landlords association. There's a van, there's a call round. We gave them letters. We used the assembly members. Then lady, when the day came and we were going to do the demolition, no day any police for your call. Abazinti. Apart from all the engagement, say I'm for police if I'm at the back of your mind, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And yes, anything can happen. Inti or your national issue or the yen na yezi ye huchem.
We are in a crisis point as to the planning, flooding, and those issues. It's a crisis issue. In 50 years, it will even get worse than it is now.
Vim lady, it is true. I had today yen so ayenum. Say I'm fine and sifom. Now you take drastic decisions there. We are putting things in order. Na ya nti dem mayeri ya hyenem ba nom ye nananum a worba wo kwanicha sisi ansasi nyina aresa eba kaso a for you to get a land gide ko echir baby na maybe samu there na me bi oreba na me na bi oreba obenya baby we sida na and we've also wasted the land. We didn't think of high rise buildings ni nyina wa ye fitia amana yeru ko bunu na ya tene sefoforo. What is the plan there? I was happy when you asked Doc if there is a plan in terms of this integration thing. As for the sub plans, they are there. But to them all by now what's the word it's a major work. No na yen say hun the moon crop we man could tell me population about 240,000. Seri here na so I'm for vim ladies in
Oh, there's honorable Anita. You have really, hit the nail on the head. We are in a crisis point. Baby, I do know. Super crisis point. Oh yeah, Otiabroche was as Ghana. You should not be laughing at this. What's a Ghana? You should also not be laughing at this. And I don't kind men kaso. These people na ne kasa honorable say him say. Men kasa me dia meti akra. Meti is lego and fam ho. Dia now nam ho na wakwa circle disaster by me na me wadwumam. Echemeka adwumam. Me ya attempt to say me pien ka me ko wi. Cause my office now was just around circle. Papa bi owu was circle no apon adwuma was a goil was a den. No packing circle or cut bread. Our fuel station where when a janitor or she. Enti we are all connected to each other. Obi fi abroche ba holiday circle disaster be we. It's a serious issue. Engineer, obeja to me say your crisis because I'm say a part 2 of this show because at the end to me as in it. And you don't go kind
Vim lady, is a absolute crisis. A crisis. Yes, we're in a crisis, and the bottom line is like let me say I can't say in here due 20 years, 50, we say 50 years. 50 years is even too far. I'm not being a prophet of doom. I'm not being a prophet of doom. But I mean, within the next 5-8 years, and you may be to me see what Ghana as a result of flooding. No, I say, and then come on, no. Etie for and I say yeah kasa no ebia etie for adwin say enkomodie ni dodo na kosi urban communities, but even in the in our rural communities sebio meka ye kro nketwa no, because maybe say fresh na for south the free kro bi no be koni anwem no be konya be a ensuo to a ho flade. But I can tell you, sir, about 2 years ago, none of the ensure toy, and ensure a book on for them, any kukum, ensure book on for them. I didn't hear because the other effect of yay, adiana, yeah, problem back so no, say ye chenuya, your husband, our rainfall patterns have been disturbed. So the effect of climate change, in Krasian is so significant. Enti ekobasana affecting even food. I mean our food security. Yeah, and Diane and buying Vim lady.
In
This
the next
topic
5
here.
years, no one guy in flood about drowning, a bem minion, a bem minion.
We have to solve the problems. We have Sanamide Mihono say we have to solve the problems. Mihono say ebia chenache. But I mean, in Ghana, for we have the willpower. Acquire you to me first as a black stars, a boboa, you to me giant, you shabo, dibble, a chisano. Why can't I didn't to me fakuma, payana, and come and far dream bako, no, young father, jinsi, one yan case in Chima, and I say, yeah, crowd in the next 10-20 years. Because a problem is not in the video I will show you now. I prepare so Brantia was saying human sooner for Afronacono. It means maybe Bruno, I want anywhere and soon a bet what you want to me actually and it can be anyone. Now, not Vim lady, all cast solutions. I take problems, but we don't profess the solutions. Media Mecca and Yoma. There are so many solutions. But maybe I always say that charity begins at home and brighten the corner where you are. Maybe I don't know. A million miles starts with the first step. And fa say obia into be won ko started to sa na mo we. So me no ye jitu say sa problem we e wo ho a de be na me ne wo ye said ye be ya ye besi sa de we anokwan. And first thing is a media, me who say pure water. And then why you intimate solve no immediately. But the way to solve it from any ya one, ensure your non pure water and plastics are that how we dispose them. Ya tugu gatemu na ya tuegu abontain na achoku gatters na achoku your drains no is a big problem. Intimate master say obia and making that effort. Now you started plastic. You say as a plastic bombs. Me, I call them plastic bombs because it's just like the flooding. Plastic bombs. And I know your first thing is solution. The second solution has to do with trees.
Engineer, I don't know who keep it the rest of the solution here find your part too, no? Because I was here. July, ni na kosi August na a raining season. I was set up to you see money I was here from me person point no me emphasize on ambusa dog. Who you am say at 5 years. Ya hwe bibi ya Accra and Nkura kase be drowning. Do you subscribe to the Okano?
Yeah, I'm saying year, so that's a condition. Actually, is the key thing. Now, I hear him very well and loud, and I hear his father speaking also.
I wouldn't even papa.
I went.
Okay.
I was on the same board with his father for 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Hello,
Yeah,
Daddy.
Engineer, unim so unim over
Papa,
famu.
me
I don't want to make customer connect mo. Mama we share
thank you very, thank you very much.
My
Thank you
regards to
very
the old man. Remember, say Nanka
Please,
Opeso,
I will surely let him know. I'll surely
he wanted
tell him.
from housing for new assemblies in 2004, 2005. I was
Yes.
working around the scene on that one. With the infant
Wow.
country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the
drowning no a dog we keep the other solutions yeah the better part too no but
okay,
say I am passing in 5 years 8 years and here we will be at a critical we are in fact I see we are in a crisis but in the next few years you're about drowning
Asheye is a key thing. Meaning say we are adopting a project approach to solving this thing when we should rather think about a forward-thinking planning approach to it. And can ever flood, other places will flood. Why? Because climate change is taking place. We are deforesting, and it is taking away things that can really soak floods. They are going away. People are developing and building anyhow. Chiefs have disregard for however lands should be allocated or given out. And to say yes, there is a possibility. Two, I'm not na yede kasa edigi vote no. Oh, vote no. Yeah, for the same energy in real implementation. Sometimes because on my way, a very beautiful country. A very, very beautiful country. Listen to the MC, the Sechi speaking. Somebody who is willing to work. Listen to the other woman. Oyekukwa.
Anita, Honorable Anita.
Oyekukwa.
Oyekukwa.
No, listen to these people, and you can see there is hope.
Yeah, in fact, I'm so impressed. What to know, Honorable Sechi, Honorable Anita. I'm just I'll from then and I'll be their number one fans and praise singers.
And they might be just two out of many. The bottom line is, are we directing this country from the three levels: policy level, implementation level, and then replanning, getting back the feedback into the system? We all know very well, say, Ofanko, for me, anybody developing around Ofanko must be careful. People developing on the on the Makati Hills all the way down the Ebri Hills thereabout must all be very careful. Why? Because we know 100 years the cycle happens. There will be earth tremors, or there could be earthquakes and whatever. That can come to add to the flooding.
Okay.
There is hope though.
Okay.
But if we are not very careful, we might miss it. Okay. And over politicization of the nonsense in Ghana. Over politicization.
I think that's a very fantastic way of ending for me. Over politicization of the nonsense. Ghana, asemi here day, Chede, and it's so frustrating. I love the way and the one in our workers, I just love it because me say, me back Kobe, no two can call USA home. No area DC, no Maryland home, baby. No Virginia po. Na Osha Mesima, he was friend then Indiano was why dear India areas. I say, auntie, no, but why can't we do this? Why can't we do? And I'm saying, Chede, Musano watema. Na baby, I make a what on the cemetery mpo. What on no, Mowadama company. Na yep on school cemetery ni India waha. Odu insutobra yo baby I kodoye dia tomatoes moko na de in the engineer no okay. We are even detrain our cities. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Hey. Ne area boy na answer you complain the area or shwaba. We don't have any planning. Greenbelt and Krome Jam, yeah, a whole horticulture department in assemblies. But in who baby idiot reason? Now, bro, Fudumpo over Chayendiano, who will keep in one do, Mr. Dog. The last time we flew on top of America, was asking, there about 60% of them is untouched. Edu Las Vegas, Becca there, and Sudan desert to do, but that is Las Vegas. I didn't know until I flew on top of Las Vegas. I was shocked that home in Nevada. They have deserts. We don't have anything. Yebu Indiana wa Accra na Nkrumah je Accra no nyitama yebu nya the containers in the every place Indiana with containers. Do we think how many attitude ni bemu? Serious? Because apart from politicians no one then he so yebu Indiana na the container abesi wo na ye the container this way we na yakafe umbrella. Does it even make sense? Na yakafa yebu Indiana na yakafa umbrella. Doc, my mother was I. Nagana de on an engineer wakano. In the next 5-8 years, we'll drown Accra, we'll flood the hole and drown in it. But my mother was it. My mother was it. I could put show that boy him. You, Doc, Abeku ata ye urban roads planner or sign UN engineer. Honorable Sechim, thank you so much. Honorable Sechim, and you've been fantastic. And when you're girlfriends, when your girlfriend back. When your name is say my official girlfriend, and now Honorable Anita so when your sister back because I mean the work you are doing a dog kind of mummy and move from the fact that on Hiniaton Road now when you're the boss to even stop him because be uncle back assassin be or they plotting about because Antonia and Chendi. But for you as a young man, when him ready, because the Magana dear back ye and Nibreno.
Yeah.
Nibre. They be a me kase me to me pon coffee na me mada akonyem na ade ati me refisa me da akonyem mabre enti when you bread bibia akofa anti for you to have the balls say on hini akoton road me mane nton ye be you nyakopon sha nti na make we need a fan wa ha say doc support be mu nyina support ye be part 2 and we continue to support mo ye aduma o mo district nyakopon sha honorable Sechim, as we MC Ena Obejo any no honorable engineer Kobe so Obejo and in fact engineer no catch say and when year in the next 5-8 years and cry your grow kase ni nyina ye be drown it now here next week ye be Kumasi ne sunyan ni ada because first nka udu sunyan it was one of the most planned areas and sunyan so aje going to say the tema aje going to Yera engineer Kobiamo Amensa Yadasi Bebre opening executive director Amend Foundation say engineering consultant with UK basic Ghana and our year Edumano Enyina honorable Anita Love Obo Emisa Kuku Honorable Kukwa Ewutu senior East MC or say ono crade Kotun Crawford osi dan na Obiafro Ojano he recorded then I recorded anye and then am I recorded plan or ye nyina to nsuom na yati fi ne mo ye de epefi no de obeboa ye ba na ye de ano nti na doc kan ye fa ya no na ye didi atem na famboa ye nyina obi ya de bone akọ report no me ye fa bibi anya NDC ni NPP Stephen Tufo yakopon sha Stephen Tufo is a lover of this show or see there's a difference between sunglasses and reading glasses. I'm pretty sure you are one na wo kan sa asem we ya che no mom go fa grad asem ba mi za grad na no ka sa asem mom go fa grad asem ba ye hia ne ma be influence Ghana development mum ene esem nyina efia ye da se bebre bi mu de omo ba program so no mbedi di atem ha de odidi atem ye ya da o se maka chem se se de Honorable Sechim kan na atem didi de ye mfa gihire man atem didi beku ya nke ewu enti didi atem mi message na mi read na mi atem didi a me face wo wi ase no sa ko de no ni vim obi fire ne keto bi okoye rebata me atem didi a mafa no mi read e mu no se me da ho na mo mi ma da kra opa didi matem de opa bi a ma da me hear me program many bide abede no enya atenie nu kra na me adwene ho Emmanuel osi vim lady you have a flat forehead like tema landscape you must me maka ja wono me bibi hu nya mi hu Stephen Tufo no say if you are panelist Dr. Bakus Mpo no say very interesting a topic if you are a system inefficient a system no inefficient and na moye no Stephen Tufo asan baby no say hello vim lady panelists any viewers I'm totally late and but me who say supervisor got me some extra work and so I just got to when you my they say dan Yakopon say don't worry when you my no grano yes Yakopon say onto nshira enguso I better not could not say if you are share the air there we are finished though we are finished at the end beku yes cause they here no yenye kwabna menu no say ye de bia ye kasa but nothing comes out of it. Kwabna ne yankasa ye nye den. Kasa na ebetumi akasa ye kasa nyina kasa na ebetumi akasa. There's we need to make of a giant to make of a second go obi eti. The ebeyanity ebe kasa. And that's why constitution come dey shame say freedom of expression. What I say you know ebe sa kosi say ebe hu say change. Sa na broche for no say they spoke and spoke and to say niema sesa. Ya branch ba ko break kwabna say if you aba baby to say from Ashama kosi Zenu road ni nye from Atadeka ekosi Ashama New York eko Peaceland minim area ho pa Ashama Zenu eko Peaceland Atadeka road ni nye I know that road ekwan ni nye enti Ashama assembly esremo a mumfo moni ne se bi kakra na mumu ba ko Philip Portals na esremo a munko ye kakra mfa light right kakra ngusu emaye Phoebe or say if you are both strong parties ni na should choose the number of constituencies no umbenya more votes only presidential elections no and yebe to me ade aboa wo no okay yebe no so another topic probably we'll look at that discussion here there made a question there some aka and I'm say enye bogus so be person ye MP be boa ne manya yen yi sa citizenship requirement if you na sa abroche ni o se Ghana ni o obia o so obeboa Ghana be let the person come and help us na say ya manipa no medi nipa mu ordinary passport krakra no crash is enough just say nipa no has indicated say on person obetna ho nti dey mbio lenkonye enso nipa omo te parliament no omo de omo nkuta nationality foforo no kra no omo kra so na eji yes grasha abroi so outdated law yentwom na yenko yenim Kennedy Louise don't cause if you're always speaking fact yeah that's be Kennedy yakopon shout Mrs. Kellers was a vim in the building Germany for and omo joining you know ebusa for wa join here bia God bless you the airborne pine is a Ghana and yet say de bia
Debi also mo twene kon say wo say ahano
ye mpese Ghana be koso aye sese nti na ye dede bebrebe no cause efa unua o chena na yen and e ba be fine no yakopon hwe ye nyina so no mfa ye nc eye good night enkoma obia
You know that
say Jay and so try ye tiri ye hu bibia wo Jay mu na Jay ma ye basa ye se nkwase so no ba kwa mu no ma no wo mu timi nton e no so abeta de ne ye hye ba ne se ye basa